Hi Shining Soul! You might remember my video Don't Buy Tarot Decks Like I Do, where I basically confessed in the beginning I created my craft through deck purchases. I've become far more intentional with what I bring into my space since then, and now I'm leaning into curation rather than collection. Choosing decks that actually match my aesthetic, my intuition, and my emotional vocabulary, and also asking myself what value the specific deck would add to my collection. But I do love to explore what's being published, even if I don't purchase every one of those upcoming releases. So today we will look at 12 upcoming releases from December to February that caught my eye. So let's start with the 2 tarot decks and then jump into the oracle ones. So the first one on my list is the Wings and Crowns Romantasy Tarot. This deck feels like stepping into a novel where every character has secret motivations, emotional depth, which makes readings feel cinematic rather than static. It works well for people whose intuition activates through narrative and character energy. This deck seems to hold both softness and tension, giving a nuanced insight. If you love readings that feel soft, this one does deserve your attention, and it is inspired by all those romantasy novels that came out recently. And if this is your vibe, this is your deck. The Jane Austen Tarot is announced for February 2026, and this deck approaches tarot through personality, social dynamics, and emotional intelligence. The art carries a politeness in this, perfect for readings that call you out gently. I feel like this deck calls for relational readings or questions about inner motives and subtle emotional shifts, because it does use literary archetypes, so beginners should find the symbolism easy to connect with. And to me, there's really thought behind those cards. And the cards do transportate the emotions really well. So, in my books, a thoughtful deck that balances grace with honesty. The next one is a December deck, at least it's getting published in December. It's the Enchanted Wheel Oracle. Round cards with hand-painted art explore spiritual pathways, portal and elemental energy with the Celtic wheel. I am not the biggest fan of the Celtic wheel, but I am fan of round decks. It had to be on the list. This deck captures the natural rhythm of the seasons, and the shape reinforces the theme of cycles, making it ideal for monthly readings or, if you celebrate them, Sabbath readings. The art seems very intentional and offers grounding without heaviness. You can use this deck to track emotional patterns or energetic shifts over time. It's a supportive tool for everyone who feels deeply connected to seasonal changes. Another December deck, and if you have ever been to my Twitch streams, you know that the Queen of the Moon is my favorite oracle deck, and so this Lunar Magic Oracle called to me, basically. This deck centers moon phases and their emotional resonance, making it perfect for intuitive, rhythm-based work. Each card offers small ritualistic cues or energetic shifts without overwhelming the reader. You see here the owl: wisdom, knowledge, learning, insight. Wolf moon: wise leader, stepping up, instincts, authenticity. The flower moon for fun, pleasure, romance, and fertility. And this is the back of the deck. So I would say it's perfect for anyone who works closely with lunar cycles and enjoys tying their readings to moon journaling. But because I already have the Queen of the Moon and there's a significant overlap, not a deck for me this time. Again, a deck being published in December, and this is called Arcana Folia Oracle deck. Arcana Folia channels the spirit of the forest, lush, grounded, emotionally cleansing. The deck celebrates the archetypes, giving plant energy the same importance as traditional tarot figures. And the round form enhances the feeling of organic, natural flow. This is a wonderful tool for reconnecting with the earth or stabilizing your emotional body. However, if I'm looking at the cards now with you, serendipity, mindset, warrior spirit, stand your ground. Warning, pay attention to red flags. Detour, change course. Companion, a discerning friend. Someone from your soul tribe. So when I look at all those, it feels like it could beautifully be read together with the tarot reading you already have to give some cards a little bit more insight. Since we are already on the topic of nature, this is the Folklore Oracle. This is a January deck, and it combines floral art with the depth of traditional folklore. What do I mean by that? Each card acts like a small story, blending beauty with meaning in a way that feels gentle and wise. It's great for daily draws when you want emotional clarity without too much intensity. And this folklore element adds a timeless quality to it. And to be honest, I just love the artwork and the ideas. Those cards with the orange blossom, bachelor's button, cherry blossom, or the lotus are just wonderful for everyone who is into flower magic. Taking the magic a step further, from the flowers to the weeds, this is the Weeds and Witches Oracle. The art is quite bold in comparison to the other decks. And will remind you that resilience is magical. For me, this screams like it's great for shadow work that empowers rather than destabilizes. And this deck seems to confront avoidance with compassion and strength. Star in the Night. This one is stunning. Be the Honey. Red is for Desire. Ancestral Memories. And the back side of the cards. And coming from the Weeds and Witches, we switch over to a Witch's Alley Oracle. This is focusing on supportive spirits and familiar allies. Each card feels like a presence, offering grounding, encouragement, or redirection if you read it. The imagery seems warm and relational, making it perfect for emotional support readings. But also, the cards themselves only give you so much, so I guess that is a deck where you actually have to read the guidebook very thoroughly. And from witchcraft, we now step into the cosmos. I picked out 2 astrology decks, and the first one of these 2 decks I picked out is a February deck, Goddesses Astrology Oracle. Also, I do follow that creator on Instagram for a while now, and I am very hyped about this deck. It might need to come into my collection. As you see here, this deck blends goddess archetypes with planetary influence in a way that feels empowering rather than stereotypical. It is excellent for exploring identity, self-concept, and the parts of yourself you're reclaiming. We are also covering the zodiacs, Leo, the moon. And what I love in this deck and in the creator's art is the diversity in skin tones. This one is a March deck, and I'm torn about it. It focuses on zodiac energies and timing. That was fascinating to me, but I am unsure what to think about the artwork. I didn't find that it is AI art, but I also didn't find that it's not. And what I feel weird about it is like all those faces look so young. And I don't understand why. Like why they made those choices. I like the concept of the deck, but I am sure I will not buy it. And because we have already covered goddesses, why not stepping one step further into it with the deck called Japanese Gods and Spirits Oracle? If you feel connected with these spirits and do your research about them, this is a beautiful step to learn more about Japanese gods and spirits and start your research here and get more familiar with the energy. I really like the art style in it as well. And number 12 on my list. This last deck I want to show you closes the journey we have been on with the Lunar Shadow, introspection and quiet truth. This is for endings and transitions, and this art draws you inward. We have resistance, responsibility, Black Madonna, achievement, limerence, Iris, torn, and find balance. If any of these sparked your curiosity, please let me know in the comments which one, and if none of them resonated, that's also perfectly fine. It means you're tuning into your own taste. The goal is to build a practice that feels like you, just like I mentioned in the Don't Buy Decks Like I Do video. Your intuition matters more than any trend. Thank you for spending this time with me. Please hit the like and subscribe button down below, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.